Hey y'all, today I'm going to talk about God's intentionality, like how intentional God is. So, over 10 years ago, I would always say, I want a cute, white, fluffy dog. And I took it to God and I prayed to God about it. And I would look at like the Caesar food commercials and I would look at that dog and I'd be like, that is such a cute, fluffy, white dog. I said, I want a Caesar dog. Okay, fast forward to when I actually started going to like dog shelters and everything. I started going to dog shelters and everything in like 2017. At this point, I wanted a toy poodle. So I went to dog shelters. The dogs at those shelters were too old or they were going to be too big for what I needed or wanted. Then I go to this pet shop. I see this cute toy poodle. It's a female. I said, I want to see that toy poodle. Bring it out. Brings out the toy poodle. She's adorable. She's fluffy. She's cute. But she's running everywhere, biting everything, biting chairs, and she just super hyper. And I'm just like, this is not going to work. Okay, so then I go to the window to look at what other dogs they have. And then I see my dog who is looking up at me through the window. And I'm like, what kind of dog is that? Like, never seen that kind of dog before. He's a mixed breed. One of the customers that was there, he was saying that, he's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel mixed with a Bichon Frise. And his breed, both of those breeds are very smart dogs. I asked the employee that was working there, bring him out, let me see him. He sits in my lap. I take him in my hands and he sits in my lap and he looks up at me and he lays on my chest. And I immediately was like, this is the one. This is my dog. When I'm on my way to the house, thinking of what kind of names to name him, this is the key part, y'all. This is the key part. When I'm trying to think of what kind of names to name my dog, because let me show y'all. So because he's white and has some brown spots, this is my dog. Because he's white and has brown spots. Yes, he is a white dog, what I prayed for and asked God for. And because he's white and has brown spots, I tried to name him Coconut. I'd be like, Coconut. And he'd be like, she ain't talking to me. And I'd be like, Coconut, Coconut. And he's like, she definitely ain't talking to me. Then something popped in my mind. That was God. And said, say Caesar. And I said Caesar. And immediately, please back up. Immediately, he responded. He was looking at me like, yeah, that's my name. That's my name. He was wagging his tail and he immediately looked at me as soon as I said Caesar. And immediately after that, God was like, this is the dog that you've been praying for. This is the dog that you've been wanting. And I'm like, God, you are so funny and you are so intentional. The things that you desire, God cares about. The things that you think that God doesn't care about, the things that you think that are minute, the things that you think that are too small for God to care about, God cares about. God cares about every little detail of your life. God is very detailed. But I also want to say this though. God cares about the desires of your heart, but he also blesses you with what you prepare for. Before I even went to a dog shelter, I had stuff already ready at the house. I was buying stuff each month up until I decided to go to a dog shop to just pick up my puppy and take him home. Everything was already ready. God blesses you with what you prepare for. But listen now, don't be going out there and being like, oh, God is going to prepare me. God is going to bless me with $1 billion, so I might as well spend all this money. Like, no. Use wisdom, and that wisdom comes from God. Listen to God's direction, okay? Like, God gave me the assurance that I was doing the right thing, preparing for my dog. I was preparing for my dog. Had no clue if I was actually going to get a toy poodle. Had no clue if I was actually going to get a white dog. Had no clue. But God knew the desires of my heart. God saw that I was preparing for what I was asking for. God saw I was serious about it. So I'm just saying, God cares about the desires of your heart. And he blesses you with the things that you prepare for. God is very intentional. There is nothing that he does not care about. There is nothing that he feels is minute. All those desires and all those things that you feel, Take that to God and let Him guide you and direct you. God bless.